Hello, this is Tim Langman, creator of CiteIt.net, a higher standard of citation for news organizations, academics, and web authors. Today's video will demonstrate how to install the CiteIt.net WordPress plugin and how to use the plugin to cite a sample article on the website medium.com. This plugin is designed for the older version of WordPress, version 4. If you'd like to help me write a new plugin for version 5 Gutenberg, send me an email. So let's start by going into the CiteIt.net homepage and clicking on the WordPress plugin link in the top navigation bar. This will take us to the plugin page where we can scroll down and click on the blue Download WordPress Plugin button. We should now have a CiteIt.net zip file saved to our local folders downloads folder. Let's remember where this file is while we log into the WordPress site and click Plugins. The next thing we want to do after we've clicked Plugins is click Add New to add the new plugin. When we do this, we should see an Upload Plugin button. We click on the Upload Plugin option, which produces a screen which allows us to upload the plugin zip file by selecting the Choose File button. Now that we have the plugin zip file selected, we should see the CiteIt.net zip file name appear next to the Choose File button. After you've selected your file, the next step is to select Install Now. We should next see a screen offering us the chance to activate our plugin, which we now click. The plugin is now installed. You should see the plugin listed alongside your other plugins. One thing to note is that the plugin version number is displayed in the bottom left of the description. This version number can be useful in telling you whether you're running the latest version. If you decide you no longer want to use the plugin, just click Deactivate. This will delete the files in the CiteIt.net folder and delete the folder. For the technical users, if you're wondering where the plugins are stored, here's the directory structure on my Linux server. Okay, so assuming that you've got the CiteIt.net WordPress plugin already installed, here's how you can use the plugin to create expanding citations. First, go to the Post section and click Add New. Next, give the post a title and begin typing your body. I'm going to type in information about this medium.com article that I'm citing. After you've written your introduction to your post, you're ready to insert the quote where it says, Insert quote here. In the next step, locate the quote, in this case the quote from medium.com, and copy it into your blog post. In my case, I already know that my quote is in another tab of my browser. I switch to the other tab and I select the quote I want. In this case, the quote starts, I think that Judaism has the same problem that any thick civilization has in a world in which, and it continues. I then copy the text to my clipboard, which on my computer involves right-clicking and selecting Copy from the menu. I next switch back to the blog post and paste the quote contents by right-clicking in the space under the previous paragraph and selecting Paste. I now have the pasted quote in my blog post, and the next step is to turn this quote into a linked CiteIt.net expanding block quote. It is now time to take advantage of the two CiteIt.net custom buttons that the CiteIt.net WordPress plugin has added to the editor. I'd like to make these buttons prettier, so if you have tips on editing them and making them look like better icons, send me an email. I next highlight my quote and click on the CiteIt.net block quote button. This opens up a window that prompts me for the source's URL, which in my case is the medium.com article. The URL can be copied from the browser address bar. So I switch tabs back to the medium.com article and copy the URL from the address bar using right-click copy, and I paste it into the custom pop-up window. Click OK to submit the URL, and you should notice that the quote is now indented. We can now click Publish. After a brief wait, we can view the post by clicking on the permalink or View Post link. Clicking on the permalink will take us to the published post. When we view the post, we should see the blue contextual arrows above and below the quote. When we click on the arrows, we should see that the text between the quote expands to show the gray hidden context of the 500 characters before and after the quote. If you have followed along throughout this video, you have now successfully installed the CiteIt.net WordPress plugin and created your first expanding contextual quotation. As you get more comfortable with contextual block quotes, you can expand your knowledge by creating additional contextual pop-up windows with the second CiteIt.net button, this inline pop-up, and by creating an expanding quotation for a YouTube video that has a transcript. Thank you for your interest in CiteIt.net, a higher standard of citation for news organizations, academics, and web authors. CiteIt.net aims to change norms, so the next time you read or hear someone make an unsubstantiated quote or claim, ask them, "Can you cite it? Can you cite it?"